Gene Jones, Alleghany County resident. Just take a moment of your time to encourage you to give a lot of thought to the resolution that is going to be presented to you tonight. And to remind you that as elected officials, you took an oath. You took an oath to uphold the Constitution, to defend the Constitution. The Second Amendment and the 10th Amendment are a part of the Constitution. I have studied the Constitution at length over the years. I believe in the Constitution. I have been an elected public official, and I have always also taken at it. I would expect you to uphold the oath that you took. I don't think any of you would want to disappoint the citizens of this county, even though everybody in this room maybe was not supportive of you as voting for you or whatever. You still are our elected officials, and we respect you for that. But we do expect you to uphold the oath that you took. I am a member of the Alleghany Rifle Association. I was brought up in a home that had guns. I was taught respect for guns. I was taught the proper use of guns. My father was a World War II veteran. I hunted from the time I was a small boy and still hunt today. I enjoy guns. If it were possible to have brought a gun and laid it here on the floor tonight, I would have loved to have done it. And have every one of you to talk to and try to get that gun to do something by itself. It won't do it. It takes a person to make it do something. And the type of people that have been doing things with these guns are deranged people. It's not the gun, it's deranged people. The people I know and associate with, we don't own assault weapons. We own defense weapons. Over the years in the business that I was in, farming and all, and where I was located, I had a very unfortunate experience that happened to me in '99 and 2000. We had our home shot into 5 different times in 18 months. I lived 23 miles from Wilkesboro. At night, we had approximately 3 people who were on patrol, and they could never get there in less than an hour's time unless they were in our part of the county. The last time this occurred, and a Superior Court judge had told me, he said, with what you've put up with, he said, you put that rifle at your door, and the next time that happens, he said, I'm going to be very disappointed in you if you don't empty it. He said, there's no court anywhere is going to convict you of anything. Now, this came from a judge. And I also had a great friend. His name was Rocky Hendricks. And I think maybe a lot of you know Rocky. He was a native of this county, worked with the wildlife enforcement for years. Rocky had put up with the same kind of a situation in a county that he was located in with the wildlife department before he came back to Wilkes. It almost put his wife into an insane asylum. He spent untold hours, night after night after night after night, sitting there on our property waiting for that to happen again. And the last time it did happen, I did put a stop to it. But I couldn't have done it with a pitchfork. I couldn't have done it with a pencil. I couldn't have done it with a clothes hanger. But I did use my head. But what I'm saying is, I want you to think about it. But I want you to also realize that oath that you took, to uphold something that our Constitution provides for us, that provides for law-abiding citizens. No one can predict what a criminal is going to do. No one can predict what a deranged person is going to do. I have had a concealed carry permit ever since concealed carry permits were made available. But I respect the fact that there's places I'm not supposed to bring that concealed weapon, and I don't. One night, unfortunately, I was sitting here, and I reached around to get my pocketbook, and I felt it, and I got up and left and put it back in my vehicle. I obey the laws. But I'm like a lot of people, sometimes I do go through a stop sign real slow. I don't always stop, but basically I obey the laws, and basically I know each and every one of you do. But I want you to think about that when that resolution comes up. This county is very much a pro-gun county. Most people, that's what I admire about mountain people. They do know how to take care of themselves in more ways than just the protection of the gun, in many ways, and I admire them for that. I appreciate the work that y'all do. I thank you for the work that you do, but I want you to think about that oath that you took, and I want to see you uphold it. Thank you.
Is there anyone else?